Hey guys, today I have a Whirlpool Direct Drive washer and electric dryer set. Right now we've got this one set. We're doing a heavy load, cold. You've got some water selections here for temperature, and then we get to control how much water this machine's going to use. So I have it set to super, so it's going to fill all the way up for this heavy towel load here. And then it's got the two-part agitator. And I'm going to show you that it drains the water out, agitates, and then has a nice, fast, smooth final spin cycle. All things you'd want to check out as if you were standing here yourself checking it out. I'll give you some tips on hooking them up. And then we're going to show off the dryer as well. Any load that you can fit in that washer, you're going to be able to get dry in the dryer. They're not exactly matching, but they are both made by Whirlpool. Just the little surname is different. In the big box stores, they change up the surnames so you kind of know which one came from which. But they are essentially matching the same, from the same series, from the same year, and all that good stuff. Now, for the hookup of your washer, you might consider a set of steel braided hoses like this pack here. I've got a link to both of these in the description. If you have trouble finding it, you can just click that. Also supports the channel, so we really appreciate that. But you can see here you've got blue for cold water, red, so it's easy to keep them apart. Now the steel braided is important because the cheap rubber ones have a tendency to swell and burst, and you definitely don't want that happening, especially if you're not home. And then a surge protector, there's many different styles, and I got a couple linked in the description. I kind of like this one because I'm always plugging other things in, but you can also get dedicated ones. You just want to make sure that it's 900 joules or higher, and that's going to protect your washing machine and the electronics on it. This one also has I believe that's a 4-foot cable on it too. So something like that to protect the electronics on it, super important. And this pretty much covers the washer. Okay, you can hear it agitating. And if I lift it up, it does shut it down. It's got a safety switch back up in here underneath the console. Now on this two-part agitator, how you know these are working correctly is they will spin counterclockwise and not back, they'll spin clockwise and not back counterclockwise. If it spins freely in both directions, then you know this is not working. I always check all that. So yep, that's how you know this works great. So this spins this direction and the fins on the bottom spin the opposite direction. So the clothes get sucked down the middle, agitated, and spit back out on the sides. And it just does this vortexing motion. That's why these machines do such a good job getting everything clean. All right, it's draining the water out. You can hear it running that drain nice and fast. All right, it has moved into the final spin. It's still getting little bits of water out as it speeds up. So the more water that's extracted, the faster it'll go. And as you can see in here, sounds great, nice smooth operation. And then I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up. Now the lid switch is gonna kick in and the safety feature will bring it to a stop, but you'll be able to see that it's spinning nice and fast before it shuts down all the way. There you go. We'll actually let that go ahead and finish up. You're not really supposed to do that, but for testing purposes, I like to make sure you get to see everything in action. So once that's done, we'll move the clothes over to the dryer, and I'll show you that the dryer is working perfect also. All right, now when talking about hooking up the dryer, a couple things you're gonna need. You're gonna need to find out what type of power cord you're gonna need. These are all considered accessories, and they do not come with a new dryer or a used dryer typically. This is a 3-prong power cord. It's like that there, has 3 hookups for the back, and it's 30 amp. You wanna make sure you don't get a 50 amp that has a straight one here. That's for a stove. You wanna make sure you get the right one for a dryer. And I've got these linked in the listing description also for you there. Now this is a 4-prong, so it looks a little different, but it still has the L there versus a straight one, because they also sell this in a 50 amp for a stove. Very similar, so you wanna make sure you get the right one for a dryer. You can take a picture of your plug in your laundry room and match it up, make sure you get the right one. This goes on the back of the dryer, and then it extends out
to wherever your wall hookup is. Super important to make sure you get one. It's easy to use. A lot of them have a flathead screwdriver on it to tighten it down. I like these wings here. You could just do it by hand. It's so much easier because every 3 or 4 months you're going to want to take this off and clean it out, so this makes it a lot easier to do. And then lastly, I always recommend a good dryer sheet, and I do not do fabric softener in any of the washers that I use or the one at home. Fabric softener is like putting glue in your machine. Eventually it gums everything up. Use 2 or 3 of these and you get the same softness effect on your clothes, but it doesn't mess anything up. So that's kind of the essentials there for your dryer.
Okay, now the washer's done. We've got that cleared out. You can see nice deep clean tub there. We come over to the electric dryer. We've got it set time dry, which is a high heat setting. You've also got an automatic high heat setting, time dry on low heat, and then a no heat air fluff setting. So you got 3 temperatures to choose from, extra large capacity, and you've got your lint trap right here. Just want to make sure that gets clean and clear before each and every load, so that you got good airflow through the machine, and I'll show you that it is heating like it's supposed to. So it's about 80 degrees on top. Open this up. See, everything's tumbling. Right in there is where the heat pumps out. You see it's nice and hot coming out of the heating element tube, and it gets the inside of your dryer nice and warm. So push that back in. Just push to start. As you can see in here, that is also running. Nice, smooth, and quiet. And it'll be even quieter once you get the silver vent hose on the back like I showed you, and muffle that blower motor sound. But that's this Whirlpool Direct Drive set. Go ahead and get it listed up for sale. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out, and I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks. You guys have a great day.